In this chapter, we continue to witness the doom of Elbaf. We continue to witness the consequences of Harold's poor decision making. We see an emotional confrontation between a father and a son, and at the end of the chapter, two legends step in to save the day. Strap up and follow me through this review of One Piece chapter 1169, very explicitly titled, I Have to Now. Let's begin. The chapter begins at Gaben's house and he's having a conversation with Shanks. They talk about finding out that Roger had a son, and of course they are super happy about it for obvious reasons. Because if you care for someone, if you love someone, especially if they've passed away and you find out that they had a kid, you're going to be super excited about it. Shanks mentions how since this young man, we're talking about Ace here, he mentions how since this young man is Roger's son, he might just become the Pirate King. And Gaba is like, I don't know, man, I don't think it works like that. I don't think it just runs in the blood. I don't think you become a stand-up dude just because your dad was a stand-up dude or just because your parent was a stand-up dude. I mean, just look at Rox and Blackbeard. Just look at Doflamingo and his father. Just because X is your parent does not mean that you have the same destiny as X. And people who are burdened with high expectations often fail to reach the top. Even though, when you really think about it, Luffy also has high expectations on him. He's a reincarnation of Joy Boy and the Sun God and all these things, and he's also expected to become what they were. So in a way, he also has high expectations placed on him. Meanwhile, at West Castle, Im-sama has taken over Harold's body in order to set his plan in motion. The takedown seems to be happening in multiple phases because at this point, Harold can no longer control his body, but he's still sentient. But then as the chapter goes on, he is going to progressively lose his mind and Im-sama is going to completely take over. At this point, he is telling his guards to neutralize him and to take him down, even though he's fighting them back, and he also has regeneration abilities, which makes it a gazillion times harder to take him down. We get a reiteration of the scene where Loki and the Elder walk into the throne room and they see Harold getting impaled by multiple guards, and of course they have no idea what's going on. We go back to Scopper Gaban's house and Shanks is explaining Im-sama's part to him. He talks about how both him and Harold are bound by this pact that they made with Im-sama, and Shanks says something very interesting. He mentions how even when you have a shallow sea contract, you can still get controlled and taken over by Im-sama, provided that you are within a certain radius. Obviously, the higher contracts allow you to be taken over by Im-sama everywhere you are and to create an abyss everywhere you are, so they are much stronger. But even with an entry-level contract, you are still Im-sama's puppet. And he talks about the fact that he was able to meet and have a conversation with Harold away from the Holy Land. Because remember, in the previous chapters, when Harold saw him, he recognized him and he was like, I know you from somewhere, I've met you somewhere. And of course, Shanks was starring in a movie, so he had to pretend like he had no idea who Harold was. But it is revealed here that they actually knew each other and that they had conversations. I'm pretty sure that in the conversations that they had, Shanks clearly told Harold to stay away from Im-sama and Marijois. But because he is such a idiot, of course he did not listen, and look at what it has led to. He was willing to go through all these things to get the validation of the world government, and now look at the position in which he is. Pathetic. Even Shanks talks about the fact that Im-sama does not play fair and Harold is going to be used as a pawn when the time comes. In the middle of their conversation, they sense a very strong haki coming from West Castle, and of course they set off. Back at West Castle, the fight is heating up and Loki and Elder have joined the fight in an attempt to neutralize Harold. Harold comes out clean and talks about how he was fooled by the world government and how they need to take him down immediately. He tries explaining the situation to Loki, tells him that he needs to take him down and take over as king of Elbaf. He mentions that Loki needs to eat the treasure of Elbaf in order to be able to take him down. So we might finally see the power of the treasure of Elbaf in this flashback. He talks about how regretful he is and how he was fooled and how he didn't know and how he was tricked and how he wants to be remembered as the worst king of Elbaf. And I'm like, bro, everybody told you this the whole time. Everyone has been telling you to stay the away from the world government, but you didn't want to listen. Everybody been told you that they were setting you up to use you, but you were mesmerized by the mirage. And now look at you, and look at the position in which your country is. You wanted to usher Elbaf into a new era, but you ushered Elbaf into flames and downfall. After that, Im-sama completely takes over and Harald loses complete control of his body. He starts swinging left and right, and he even takes down the elder. Loki runs away to go get the treasure of Elbaf, and of course Harald won't let him. And right when Harald is about to catch up to him, who makes an entrance? Ladies and gentlemen, who makes an entrance? None other than Shanks and Skopper-Gaban. Yes, the legends. Two living legends step into the arena, and we get a rare footage of two-armed Shanks in action, bro. This is crazy. For the first time in the One Piece manga, allegedly, we are going to see red-haired Shanks fight with both of his hands. I am so excited, bro. Obviously, we know he was the strongest character in the One Piece universe until Admiral Fishitora took away his arm, and of course he was nerfed. But right now though, right now he's not nerfed. Right now he's at full strength. So let's see how this goes. I'm kidding, of course. But it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Who is going to take down Harald? Is it Skopper-Gaban? Is it Shanks? Is it Loki? What power is Loki going to awaken after eating the treasure of Elbaf? I'm super excited about all these things. I mean, you know, Shanks is the king of horror farming, so every time he's in action, I'm on the edge of my seat. Harald and Shanks have a little back and forth and a little conversation, and Shanks asks himself, yo, isn't there a way to undo this thing? So now, assuming that this is similar to Dummy Reversi, then there is a way to undo this thing, and the way to undo this is to use a humongous amount of Conqueror's Haki, just like Garp and Roger did. So is that going to come to mind to Shanks and Skopper-Gaban? Are they going to launch a combined attack at Harald the same way Roger and Garp did to Rock? Stay tuned to find out, I guess. Loki finally gets to the treasure room, and right when he's about to eat the forbidden fruit, he gets a hammer thrown at him. Pause. Who threw that hammer? Who could that be? Who is in cahoots with the world government? Is there a double agent on Elbaf? Because that hammer looked like a giant hammer, so I'm assuming the person wielding it is a giant. So could there be another giant on Elbaf who is in cahoots with the world government, or could there be someone on Elbaf who also wants this forbidden fruit? Stay tuned to find out. Again, it's sad to witness the downfall of King Harald and Elbaf, because this could have been avoided. This could have been avoided if Harald had just a little more financial literacy, just a little more. But you know, it is what it is. Hopefully Luffy and Co will save Elbaf and will drive the world government away for good. That's pretty much all I had to say. If you made it this far, thanks for watching the whole video. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, tell me your opinion. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Those of you who are watching my videos without subscribing, Im-sama will take you too. So if you don't want to be taken over by Im-sama, hit that subscribe button, hit the likes, and run up the hype. I'll see y'all when I see y'all, and until then, stay safe and sound. Peace. I'm out.